Hello stitchy friends, it's Chari. Welcome back to my channel and another Flosstube video. So today is Flosstube 16. I had to think about it for a minute. It's been a couple weeks, so I have a few things to share. I haven't done a lot of stitching this weekend. We've done some fun things. We went and saw Beetlejuice on Friday. I taught a class all day Saturday, and then we went out with friends. We were going to go to the pumpkin patch today, you know, first day of fall, but it is hot outside, so we decided it's not very fall-like. We're just going to wait for next week. So we'll go next Saturday when it feels a little more festive to go to the pumpkin patch and get some pretty pumpkins for our front porch. So I do have some finishes to share today. If you are stitching along on the Autumn Folk SAL, I have finished my stitching and mounted it onto the board, and I will share a little closer up of this when we do finishes, but I'll put the Autumn Folk stitch along information on the screen here. If you haven't started yet because you're still stitching spring, or if you've started and you just haven't finished, all totally fine. Stitch along at your own pace, but still please share and use the hashtag and tag me and Kathy so we can see your progress. It's lovely to see them all come to life. So that is the stitch along information. And what else do I want to share? I don't think I always share, but I do timestamps. So if you want to skip ahead to something, you certainly can. If you don't like to see haul, which is where I always start because I feel like I kind of go in the order in which I stitch. I buy it, I start, I finish. You can always skip ahead. I think that's all I really want to say before I start sharing some things. I do have some free fall charts to share with you today, which I thought would be fun. Now, have I stitched these? No, I've started on one of them. Do I want to stitch them? Yes, that's why they're printed out and in my stash and sitting on my desk right here. But I thought I would share them with you, and I'll put links to all of them in the description below. So if you want a free fall chart, you can go and download that from the designer's webpage and get that as well. So I will flip the camera and we will look at some stitching. Okay, the first thing I'm going to start with is my haul. So I am in the Coloring Cotton Thread Club. I get 10 skeins. So here is what came for September. This is what you get when you get the 5, which is very autumnal, very fall. This one I think is really fun and almost Halloween-y, but I really love all the shades of purple, the gray. This one's really pretty that has like grays and like a deep purple sort of in it. This would be fun to stitch like bats or something, I think. So there is my Color and Cotton floss haul for September. I also picked up the Lori Holt Be in My Bonnet Stitch Cards Set R. This is the fall kind of themed ones, I think from last year. Yeah. But I remember Nicole Spohr, my friend Nicole, did a little pillow where she took 3 of these and stitched them in a row, and that's I think what I want to do, so that's why I picked these up, and I have to figure out which 3 I like best. I did get some fabrics from 123 Stitch. I picked up this orchid. This is linen. I want to restart my hands-on design classic haunt on this. I have started it last year on Lugana. It feels very tight. I think I want to switch. I think I am definitely liking linen better. So that's why I got a small piece to start that. And by the way, my start on that is literally just like the ghost head. It's like the size of my finger. And then I also picked up this small piece of Earthen is the color. And honestly, this was in my cart. When it came, I do not remember what it was for. There was a specific reason why I put it in there and I don't remember. I think it might be for House on Blueberry Hill, possibly, but I'm not 100% sure. I also picked up some Fox and Rabbit linens. These I got from Hollis Hands Create on Etsy. These two are $40, Winter Wren and Elephant Run, and this one up in the attic is $36. But these are really pretty. I really love this one. Like, it's dark, but it's like a brownish black. It's really pretty. So I picked up these to put in my stash. These pieces are not huge pieces. This is just folded in half, which was kind of nice just to have a little sample. And I'm not really sure about a specific project for these yet, but I think that they would look pretty on anything that I pick. So I'm sure it will not be long before I come up with a plan. I also picked up a couple of fabrics from Farm Girl Dry Goods. This is Chai, the color Chai from Seraphim. It is a 36 count. And then this one is called Boston, which I really like this one. It kind of looks like stone to me, and I'm thinking I might do that Abraham Lincoln stitch that I was going to start this summer and didn't. I think it might be pretty on this. I'll have to look at the colors and see. But I picked up these to go in my stash. And then I also picked up this orange color, and it is much brighter than I thought it would be. But I think it might be fun for some Halloween stitches. So we'll see. I'm going to stash it away and see if I can come up with something I want to stitch on this. So this is sort of haul, but let's talk about some free fall charts that I have found that I would like to stitch. The first one here is Happy Fall Acorn by Robin Pickens. And this is a free chart that you can download from her website. I will put a link below. I've already pulled the colors. I might change these to kind of go with the colors of the I Love Fall Most of All stitch that I'm working on that I'll share here in just a little bit when I do whips. I haven't decided yet. I think it depends on how these colors look with some other things. I'd like all the smalls that I stitch that I want to put in a dough bowl to match each other. So this might change, but this is Happy Fall Acorn. So this is a free chart. You can go grab it and stitch it up too. Next up, I have a Pumpkin Patch by Emily Call Stitching. This was a free chart she had on her Facebook page last year, and I did go dig and find it so that I could add a link to the description below, but I think this would be a fun one to stitch. I actually printed it last year, but never got around to it. I think you could even stitch like just the little square in the middle if you didn't want the words, and that would be a cute little small project for even a scissor fob or a tiny pillow or something. I also like these on the sides with the crow, which you could kind of combine these together and make something too. So I really like this little free chart, and I think there's some options how you could change it up if you wanted. Next up, this one is called Moon Over Blackbird, and this is a Lizzie Kate design, and this is a freebie. I will link to the entire Lizzie Kate freebie page. This one and the next one I'm going to show you are both on there, but I thought this would be a fun little fall stitch. It's not very big. It's 45 by 46, and it kind of looks like in the picture, and it may just be the way the picture is, it looks like a plaid fabric. And I've had this one in my stash for a little while, and I don't know what to stitch on it, and I think that I might do this and maybe the other Lizzie Kate that I'm about to show you. So this is Moon Over Blackbird, and then this one is called Give Thanks, and this one is 33 by 47. So it's not very big either. I think that would be a cute little tiny pillow, and also would be cute on here. And I haven't even pulled colors because I think I want to pull from stash and make this match some other stitches. The next one I'm going to show you is called Spooky. This is by Heart in Hand, and I will link to where you can download this. The picture of it is not there, so when you go to the link, it's just going to be a box that says spooky. Is a purple box, but it is this big fat pumpkin and the word spooky, and you just add it to your cart, and it is $0. And I think that would be a cute little Halloween stitch. And then I have this thank you free chart from Kathy at Hands On Design, and I actually started this, so I'm going to show it to you. So we'll just roll right in to new starts. These are her colors, and then I am pulling colors from my stash to match the quilted pillows that I showed in my last Flosstube. So if you remember last Flosstube, I had made the leaf pillow and the little pumpkin pillow, and I just think that this design would look really cute in colors that match those pillows. So I am stitching this on, this is a 40 count. Oh, this is, oh no, it's not. I thought it was flannel flower. It's just a piece of 40 count linen in the color linen that I had in my stash. And there's little scout hairs everywhere. Oh my goodness. Anyway, so I haven't gotten very far. I need to get back to this. There's a look at the pattern. So I'm hoping it'll be kind of small and cute, probably about that big. So yeah, I need to get on this and get this one done. I think it'll go really fast because it is text, and text always seems to go pretty fast. So those are all some free charts that you can check out the links below, and you can stitch those up for your fall or Halloween stitching as well. I did have one more, but I could not find the link to it, so I don't want to share it without a link. It was another Hands On Design Fright This Way. Is like a little Halloween sign. If I can find it, I will share it next time. And then since I finished my Autumn Folk sampler, and it is kind of sampler September, I started on another one that I had. I'm not a huge sampler person, but for whatever reason, these little ones from the drawn thread really spoke to me. So I have autumn and I also have winter. I need to pick up spring and summer if I'm going to do them all. The package does show them all kind of stitched together, but I'm going to do them separately. And here's how far I got. I almost completed my alphabet. Let me put my picture back over here. What I'm really looking forward to is the tree, because I don't know if you can see it, but they have like satin stitch leaves, and I think that will be fun. Now, this is Prairie Land Linen, 32 count. Let me find my sheet. From Atomic Ranch Fabrics. So Atomic Ranch 32 count. Prairie Land is the name of the color. And I'm actually stitching one strand over two, even though it's 32, because that is actually what the pattern calls for. So I'm doing 1 over 2, and then you do 2 strands for the leaves. Let me pull my colors out here. And these are all the called for colors, with the exception of this DMC up here because it called for walnut, and I can't seem to find that anywhere. So this is the closest equivalent to walnut. I may take this and go to my stash and find something similar so that I get the variegation in the tree, because this is the tree trunk that goes up beside the house right here. So that is the drawn thread, Simply Autumn, and I don't think it'll take too much to finish this one up. So since we're into our whips, I didn't show this last time because I hadn't made any progress, but I've made a lot of progress now. I'm close to being done. I just need to kind of finish the wheat and the chair, and I'm also working on the little shadow. I only have to do like the last part of the word, but this is getting close to being done. I'd like to get it finished and I actually found a plate that looks like this. I think mine is bigger than the one in Kathy's picture, but it's the same kind of color with the alphabet, and that's what I'm going to put this on. And this is stitched on 32 count, one more reproduction. So this one's pretty close to being done. So let's gather at the table. And then the next WIP that I'm working on is I Love Fall Most of All. And I know we talked about this last time and how I've had to pick out almost all of this just because something was either off or I didn't like the color. But once I kind of got it together, it's coming along pretty nicely. So I've made good progress. I got all my words in there. Need to do my pumpkins and the border and finish off the center of the sunflower. So I'd like to get this one finished for fall and put it in my dough bowl as well. This one is one strand on, I don't have my sticker on here. I'll have to look it up and put it, it's on the screen. I'll put it on the screen here. And these were just colors I pulled from Stash. If you watched the previous one, you know I struggled with the yellow, but I went with Gentle Art Sunflower. So they're all kinds of different brands of colors. So that's I Love Fall Most of All. And then my last WIP, which I don't know that I've made too much progress since last time, are Halloween signs. I'm working on this one right here. And this is on 36 count Elixir by XG Designs, and I haven't gotten too far, and here is why I stopped. The word trouble. The word trouble is giving me trouble. I don't like how the R touches the O or the L touches the E. And I understand why it's that way because you only have so much room. Also, when I did one strand and started stitching this and, it looked horrible. It looked horrible. So what I want to do is kind of go through and rechart out the word and to be an ampersand. Hopefully out of, well, okay, let's back up. An ampersand out of crosses, not back stitching. And it would be smaller. And I think that would give me enough space to put a space between the R and the O and the L and the E and make myself a little bit happier. Because when I was stitching it, it looked like an M where it went together. And I know that's just me being picky, but it is what it is. So I counted down and worked on my hat until I can figure out what I want to do here in the middle where the word trouble is. And once I figure it out, I can also do the same thing over here because that and is the same. For whatever reason, the back stitch just didn't stand out enough. It didn't look good. So that's why this one kind of got put in timeout a little bit. But that is all my WIPs for today. Okay, finishes. So I've been working on If Pumpkins Could Fly by Hands On Design. And here is my finished piece. This is on 40 count flannel flower from Fox and Rabbit. And here are, well, some of my colors. There are more colors than what's called for. Because what I did was I took my color palette, all of Week's dye works for what's called for. I took this color palette to some other projects, which I'm going to show you as well. So I did add in the purple, and I decided to only do the word boo. So it's purple. What's called for is the dark gray color. And then I also used these two colors for my greens just because I could not find the called for grasshopper. And I actually mixed these in. So the lighter green, the frog's legs, are the lines, and the bean sprout darker green are the vines. So I think it turned out so cute. I love it. It's so much fun. I really wanted to finish this one up. So I finished this one, and then I took my color palette. I want to move this one out of the way. It's a different project bag. to my Spooky Smalls. There's a couple in here I want to stitch. I showed this one last time that I'd finished, and I did use some of these colors. I used the Clockwork, which is that dark red or dark orange, and then I used Coal for the black to do this. Then I stitched this little stack of pumpkins, but I really changed it up because this just has black, orange, and white. And I wanted mine to be a bit different. So here is mine. So what I did was I used the 2 oranges from If Pumpkins Could Fly, and then I pulled in a darker one so that I had 3 shades of pumpkins for my little stack of pumpkins. And I just think it turned out so cute. This is on Grandpa's sleeve, 36 count, 1 strand over 2. And I have another part of this left here, so I'm going to start on another one of these Spooky Smalls. I don't remember which one I was going to start though. Actually, I want to do this one. So I might do that one in these colors. I also like Trick or Treat. So I just think these will be some cute little pillows for my dough bowl. So there are those 2 Halloween finishes. And then I have my big finish, which I'm going to have to like turn, which is my Autumn Folk by Hands On design. And this is on 32 count Driftwood Lugana from Fabrics by Stephanie. And I actually stitched with 1 strand because to me it felt really tight and bulky. And I love the little kind of fine look that you get with the 1 strand. So the last thing I did were my specialty stitches. This one right here was challenging to me, but I got it. It looks really cool. And then that line of specialty stitches as well. So I need to do a little embellishment at the top. I think I want to do a little felt stitched acorn from Pashta Design. I think that would be cute. So when I get that finished, I'll be sure to share that as well. But there you go. This is the Autumn Folk by Hands On Design. So I'm ready to move on to winter as soon as it is out and ready, and I'll use the last little piece of my Lugana ups. All 4 would fit on 1 piece of Lugana. And I think the rickrack is Lady Dot Creates. I think Motherlode was the color I used. And then I don't remember the fabric. I'll have to find the fabric information and add it to the description below. I just went to my local fabric store and found one that I thought matched the oranges because I didn't have what was called for in the pattern that Kathy used. But I usually just go find something that matches and use that. So yeah, that are all my finishes for this week. So I did want to go over some giveaways. My giveaway from Flosstube 13 was never claimed, so I picked a new winner, and I will put that information here, the little screenshot of my winner. This was for the Primrose Cottage. This is Halloween chart along with the Home Sweet Haunted Home, and I had some gray Ada to go with that as well. So my new winner, I'll put that right over here, is Vicky Kennedy. So Vicky, if you will please email me at the email in the description below, I will get this out to you so you can get stitching for Halloween, because that's not too far away. I do have a giveaway for today. I'm switching it up from fall and Halloween, and we're going to do some winter. So I have Snow Place Like Home from Primrose Cottage Stitches, and I also have some really pretty wheat Lugana to add to that little prize pack. So if you want to be considered for this little giveaway, please be 18. Please live in the US. I would really love it if you would subscribe to my channel and like the video, and then use the keyword Snow Place somewhere in your comment. I really enjoy how you guys make comments and fit the words in. This one might be a fun one to like fit into your comments, but you can also just throw it at the end of the comment too. It doesn't have to be that creative, but it is always fun when you get creative. So that is my giveaway for today. So please leave a comment by October 5th to be considered for the giveaway. All right, I think that is all the stuff I have to share today. I want to stitch all the fall things. I have so many projects and not enough time. I really should just stitch them all year long because it is my favorite season. I need to make a list, like a to-do list. I just have them stuffed in all kinds of places, and I'll open a project bag and think, oh yeah, that one, I forgot about it. I really want to stitch that. So I need to kind of get it together. I also need to fully finish some of the ones I've actually finished and get myself some decor for my dough bowl. It's completely empty. It was great for patriotic summer, and now it's just sitting there empty, waiting for me to make something to come live in it. So I really need to get it together and get some of those things done. Thank you so much for watching today. I really appreciate you giving me a little bit of time out of your day. I love when you leave comments. Give me a thumbs up. It always makes me smile to see all those new subscribers and those likes. I really do appreciate it. So thank you so much. Have a great stitchy day, and I will see you next time. Bye.